Old Bridge, New Jersey. A town full of stories of triumphs and defeats. But the greatest stories are hidden behind school doors. The freshman basketball team hasn't seen the postseason since 1997. In 2017, that all changed. A ragtag group of superstars with untapped potential joined together to create the greatest team the school has ever seen. We're traveling all over Old Bridge to find the players that made the magic happen. This is the greatest story you've never heard of, and where the team is now.
So Ryan, what have you been doing since the 2017 freshman basketball season?
Since the end of the freshman basketball season, I stopped playing basketball, and now I run, and now I'm on the swim team as well. So I picked up 2 new sports.
So Ryan, what's your favorite moment of the 2017 season? I mean, out of all the moments you could have had, it was a great team. So what was your favorite?
My favorite had to be when we won our first game against Perth Amboy at Perth Amboy, and then we had a play-in playoff game, and we won that, and we beat Metuchen to get a spot in the playoffs.
Alright, so what have you been up to since the 2017 freshman career?
Feel me? Putting in that work, staying to that grind, getting bread, feel me?
How'd you get your shot in with all the playmakers on the team?
Feel me? Being the best shooter on the court, gotta take the most shots. Probably one of the best shooters in the league. We're not going cap, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
Alright, so Nick, it's been a while since the 2017 freshman basketball season. What you been up to since then?
So since my retirement from basketball sophomore year, I really turned my focus onto volleyball. And now as a senior, I'm getting recruited by the top teams in the nation for volleyball. And I'm really excited to see where I'm going next year. Peep my shirt. Yeah. And I've really been balancing working, full-time student, and volleyball. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
There's just so many players on the team that needed the attention, needed the ball all the time. How'd you get your time in?
Oh yeah, the team, we had about 5 so-called ball handlers on our team. It was really hard to pick out who was gonna bring the ball up. And as the season really went on, we really found our core team, and that was the chemistry that we built really led us to a great championship season.
All right, so what have you been up to since the 2017 freshman basketball season?
After our tremendous season, I took my talents to teach at my parents' karate school, and yeah.
Do you have any regrets from the freshman season?
No, I do not. We were the greatest team in Old Bridge history, and it was a pleasure playing for that team.
All right, so what have you been up to since the 2017 freshman season?
I dropped out of high school to pursue a career in OBBL. I'm captain.
What's one moment from the season you'll never forget?
Our practice after our first loss, we learned to play as a team, not as individuals.
What have you been doing since the 2017 season?
I've been just playing for fun. I haven't been playing like competitive at all. Shout out to the OBBL. Shout out to Luke. I love you, Luke. You know, he brought that league together. So it's fun that we all get to play with each other again.
Your team was doubted, it was discredited, even though you made it all the way through to the championship. How does it feel to be the underdogs?
I mean, it's better to be the underdogs, you know? But we all want our damn respect, and like at the end of the day, that's what we want. So yeah.
Alright Brandon, I see you brought your camera. What have you been up to these days?
I'm a photographer. You know, I got a job. Well, I count this as a second job too, but you know, the pay comes with the stay. But yeah, I work at Texas Roadhouse and I'm a photographer basically. So.
You guys made the playoffs despite all the hardships. You guys were the underdogs every single playoff game. How did you win it all?
Well, Coach Donahue, he's kind of one of the best coaches I have played with. But, you know, he somehow got us to coexist on the team, share the ball a lot more, because we had tons of talent. It was just amazing to us, though.
So, Josh, what are you doing these days?
These days, I really just, I got a job now. So, I work at Walmart. And, not much really. Yeah, that's about it.
What was it like having that many superstars on that freshman 2017 team?
It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. We were a really, really, really good team. The crazy thing is, so when you had that many stars on the team, it's just everybody wants the ball.
Yeah.
So you got DJ, Robbie, Kim, really the whole roster, to be honest with you. So you just got that many all-stars on the team. It's really hard for people to coexist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what have you been up to since freshman year?
Freshman year, I've just been, chilling, working a job, the mall. Got into cars recently, just like helping my boy out with his car, helping him build it, and that's like really it.
So how would you rate the team's chemistry?
11 out of 10. We pass the ball, we know each other well, we know each other's spots on the floor. My guy Avery, he's a monster in the paint. He's a beast. He's got the boards. We had a big man, Josh. His footwork was amazing. It was amazing. Never got called for a travel. But we were good. We had shooters, and we were a hustle team. We had good defense and all that.
All right, so how have you been since the freshman season? What have you been up to?
It was a great season. I learned a lot. I had to cash out in a Beamer one time. So we've been crazy ever since. That's just how we feeling.
So if you had to pick one person on that team to be MVP,
Joe Domo. He was 100% best player, best shooter, all around. He was really the Jordan of our team, and he really carried us in the games that we most needed him in. He was just insane. Joe Domo, 100% MVP.
All right, Aaron, what have you been up to since 2017?
Nothing much, haven't really played basketball in a while, focused on volleyball, not much more.
All right, with all the stuff going on that season, what's the weirdest thing you've seen?
Well, I saw Joe Domo shaving before an away game at Piscataway. So, kind of strange to see that, wasn't expecting it, but he was in the locker room shaving.
All right, Nick, so it's been 3 years since the 2017 freshman season. Where have you been?
I've recently given up basketball to pursue my baseball career. Varsity baseball player now, just trying to focus on my schoolwork, just baseball mostly, and, lifting weights, getting bigger. Basketball I still love, but no more school team for me.
So out of everyone on the team, who did you have the most chemistry with?
I gotta go with my man, Joe Damosello. He was really the glue guy for us. He did, the things that didn't show up in the stat sheet. He was the hustle player, He was pretty much the reason why we won most of our games.
What have you been doing since freshman year?
I actually became a rapper. I'm going on tour next month. My name's V Swiss on the beat. You could check me out on SoundCloud, Spotify, you name it. I'm everywhere.
Describe your experiences from the 2017 freshman basketball season.
Well, I didn't really make the team, but I know I belong on that squad. There's a couple kids that might have had more raw talent than me, but there was no one on that team that could outwork me. I worked harder than those kids. I trained 3-4 hours a day minimum.
Despite the 2-13 record, the team went on to win it all. This is the greatest story you've never heard.
Laser. Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come to the show, it's all